refreshes there as well. All right, let's get into it. And this is really like the last couple of weeks, I'd say, since GCS group stages started. The emulation is coming back more into the metagame. Spoilers. I already saw it on the stream.
That's right. Gotta change the colors real quick here because they swapped it. Especially on
Okay,
Amazonia, yeah, that's
so
absolutely right.
this is our second match of today, ladies and gentlemen. WCA qualifier number 2. We are in the group stages, and now the next game we have is Infi versus Colorful, and this is very lopsided in terms of favoritism because Infi, he won GCS number 1, second installment he did drop out, but Colorful, honestly, I'm sorry to say, has never achieved much of anything at all. So the odds, I would say 99% Infi. That might sound really high, but that's seriously how I would place them. Infi is the massive favorite here, and Colorful, no one expects him to win. Maybe though that can be an advantage. Some competitors, they like to be in that underdog position.
That's right. Well, for China, I think they all think that Night Elves are the bad race. So not a lot of players are going for it. We have, of course, Shishi, we have Viola and Alice and all this lower tier kind of guys. And Colorful. I would rank Colorful the second best in China next to Shishi. But still, he's not on the level of a Foggy. He's not on the level of a War Chief, Rudin, those guys. That's just my opinion. So yeah, he's gonna have a hard time.
So we see an early Hunter's Hall from the Night Elf side of things, pointing towards Huntresses and aggression. Maybe follow up with some expansion of your own here, which we oftentimes see on Amazonia. And also, of course, Amazonia pretty hard to creep. If you don't take many peasants to your creep camp, you might be sorely disappointed by how many of them the Demon Hunter killed with the help of immolation, and then you're stuck in a bad position. He has 7 peasants, 7 militia here coming to the creep camp, which is okay, but not the most, honestly, and the water elementals are very hurt already.
That's true. First one killed with immolation, level 2, and a bit on the Demon Hunter. The damage seems to be good. Now he's retreating at least for a bit. There's no wisp to detonate now, I guess. Nope. He didn't pull one. But the right clicks and the immolation seems to be enough to cause trouble. Footman is going down, but he wants the peasants, of course, to delay the expansion even further. He's coming at it again. Movement of Infi is good so far, but a lot of potential here to get kills. Level 2.5 now, but I think the creeps went all to Infi, except one trapper.
Yeah, I think that's correct, and the Rock Golem should give him level 3 though, but it's a little bit tough to creep. He didn't have the mana there a second ago, all the peasants had to retreat, but the footmen for the most part are still looking healthy, so should be easily able to get this. So expansion is delayed, but will still be coming through. And he killed, I think, 2 peasants, which is okay, but we have seen way more damage being dealt in other matches.
That's true. 100 mana still here. Archmage gets level 3 and the big mana potion. That is a lot of water elementals coming. How many peasants are here? Okay, 5. Does he have enough lumber for the expansion? I think so. Yes, looking all good. So he can start the production. Hunters are coming in. Demon Hunter can go back, heal up a bit, and try to go for immolation again. By the way, no mana burn. He has immolation and evasion.
And also double troll investment from Colorful. The peasants are very, very vulnerable right now at the expo since the Archmage is creeping. But is he gonna decide to go before his Demon Hunter is back? Doesn't look like it. He's healing up. He's got the boots. As you said, no mana burns, so there's gonna be lots and lots of water elementals. I still don't know about this no mana burn decision. Well, it makes sense though, I guess, because you want to use your own mana for immolation. You don't really want to make use of the mana burn, but with this build, the level 3 Archmage is so strong.
Yeah.
I think if you commit to this, to the immolation and evasion, you really have to deal a lot of damage. And 2 peasants and only a delay of the expansion, I don't think is enough damage.
Yeah, we have seen better early games from Foggy, and Foggy lost in the end as well. Or did he on Amazonia? Yeah,
Yes,
right?
he did.
Yeah,
that was the tier 3 from Infi, kind of the
exactly.
new meta.
He's trying to push a bit with the mercs. Almost surrounded here, but escapes and the tower is still alive. So once there's an arcane tower, of course, immolation gets a lot harder.
That is exactly correct. Do we see a counter expansion by the Nilov? Not yet anyways. He wants to get a second hero, which is the Panda. He wants to get his Ancients of Lore. Maybe he's gonna delay his tier 3 in favor of the Expo. Or maybe he's in fact gonna try to play this one base. Maybe gonna see some Zeppelin drops. We saw that be very successful by Moon. But really only the Koreans seem to make that work very well.
True that. Don't know if Colorful is used to the Zeppelin play. Maybe trying to go for Jeppa. That would be nice as well. But I don't know if he has the resources. He goes in with the Pendant Brewmaster, Breath of Fire and Immolation. He has to get rid of that Arcane Tower as fast as possible. You see the mana dropping thanks to the Arcane Tower. Okay, now it's gone and he can do damage to the Peasants. Town Portal coming in with the Shredder. And Infi, I think he will hold this. Next Breath of Fire not hitting too much. The Immolation is not level 2, so it's not doing that much damage. And he's completely dry on mana.
Yeah, the Shredder here is so dangerous. The Footmen, they can be gotten rid of one by one, but the Water Elementals. Alright, there's a Shadow Priest that's 2 abolished magics, but then he's gonna be out. And a second Shredder for Infi here. I don't know when I last saw this. That's gonna be a lot of lumber and also a lot of defensive capabilities. But at the same time, they're gonna be chopping down these trees here very, very quickly. Possibly making a good surface area for the bears later.
That's true. I think I saw it from Warchief once that he stole the Shredder and bought his own one, but that is month and month and month ago. Very nice. I like the idea. Lots of damage. They can be repaired, and yeah, that's a good investment. And of course, you don't have any lumber issues. Never again.
Yeah, if this game goes to like 20 minutes, I think he's gonna have like 6,000 lumber.
Yeah. Definitely possible. The army of Colorful is not that bad though. He can hold on, he can start creeping. Dryads are coming, no tier 3 just yet, and a counter expansion halfway through.
It's a little bit late though. It's not gonna be very, not gonna be quickly coming up. So, and Infi usually is very good about keeping the expansion down. By the way, Demon Hunter caught in a bad position there. Miss Micro blocking himself, having to use the TP. Not even, well, actually does get the Footman in the end. And here is the first Zeppelin. Many humans like to go this harassment kind of style against the Night Elf to slow them down. When they, don't really have a strong army to creep or anything, then they like to make use of some harassment tactics. It seems like that's exactly what we're going to be seeing.
True that. On the other side, of course, with the expansion coming up, he needs to start his creep at the natural rather soon, because it is about to finish. We see an Ancient of Wind for the Hippogriffs against the Zeppelin. There is no tier 3, so there is no Orb of Venom just yet for the Demon Hunter. He gives the Panda some space to creep up to close to level 3. Drunken Haze, of course, the skill to go for here. And where is the Zeppelin? He is close, but it's not really coming. He knows, of course, the Demon Hunter is there, and the rest of the army must not be far away.
And the macro is starting to roll for Infi. Already sitting at 700 gold. Tier 2 is right now done already. Man, that was quick. Now we're gonna have mass production facilities, and this 70 supply push is gonna hit very soon.
Oh, yes.
I think before this expo is even up, he's going for the Nature's Blessing, helping that tree along, but don't think it's fast enough, honestly.
Me neither. This dude is up for quite some time, and he still didn't move to the expansion. He still didn't creep the expansion. He's so afraid of Infi doing something, and now he sees the Zeppelin. Must be even more afraid now. Finally a Shredder for Colorful. He has some lumber problems, but yeah, the Shredder will solve them. Tree of Life is ready. Hippogriff is ready as well. So I think this Zeppelin harass, yeah. He didn't make it happen, but causes some distractions, so it was worth it. He couldn't creep with 3 footmen, I guess. Not the big spots. He has level 3 on the Archmage, so it's all good. Mountain King second hero. Arcane Sanctum, Workshop, the usual stuff.
Alright, so he's gonna probably force a TP out of the human here. Actually, no, going for the staff in towards the Knight of Main again. Is he gonna want to commit this greater mana for water elementals and more harassment? Feels bad, to be using such a big item here. But he does. Going for the Shredder and keeping Colorful on the defensive for even longer.
Wow. Infi, man, unloading the Zeppelin just before it died. This could have resulted in 3 killed footmen, but I think they're going down nevertheless. Here they are. So some experience for the Panda is always nice, and he's getting very close to level 3. If he finishes that spot, he will definitely be level 3. Infi trying to chase him or trying to find some time with harassment. That's all delaying the expansion even further.
Yeah. Infi's doing this really well. Even using the greater mana, I think, was a good decision. Keeps Colorful on the back foot, and his macro is just rolling away. Is he gonna go for the tier 3 again this time? I mean, he showed before that he doesn't have to finish the game early. He can also play it slow, play it tier 3 and still easily win it, but now mass items on the MK, Invul, double heal scroll, protection scroll, so it definitely looks like a dedicated push coming very soon, and the production has started already. Flare upgrades for the mortar teams, we have the Sorceress Adept training, but actually so far no units just yet. And lots and lots of lumber, man. 3,000 lumber, of course, the double shredder doing their work here.
Yeah, pretty damn fast. Where is the resources tab? There it is. 1,500 gold for Infi, 3,000. Oh, but he was kind of trapped there. Can he get the Mountain King somehow? No mana burn though on level 3. Oh, okay, he went for the 1-1-1 build, but the mana burn wasn't strong enough. But yeah, forcing the town portal here. Good move by Colorful. Didn't expect that, to be honest.
Yeah, I think neither did Infi. Saves both the heroes though, and of course repurchasing a town portal on 2 bases isn't really that expensive for you when you have so much money anyways, in most cases at least. And yeah, he's gonna go for the tier 2 this time. No tier 3 shenanigans, just a good old-fashioned tier 2 70 supply push. He already got the Berserker as well, so he's gonna be ready even sooner. But the Panda finds the greater mana potion, is level 4, might be able to, you know, deal with this attack, possibly. But I think he also really needs level 4 on the demon, considering he only has level 1 mana burn.
Yeah, that's true. He's half a level away. The expansion for Colorful is up and running, and the Panda seems to be the key to victory here. How many breakers will we see? How much surface will the Panda have to kill the casters and get to the mortar teams? That is absolute key. Killing the mortar teams and get rid of the damage of the human army.
And he's being really aggressive here. I like this. We saw a lot of Nidos successfully taking fights at like 50 versus 50 or 50 versus 55, something like that. You want to fight for the 70 supply. Maybe even towards your opponent's base, even forcing the first squad of protection, but also militia being called out now. Nice invis, keeping the mortar team alive. I don't think Colorful should overextend here, staffing out the Demon Hunter. Now Panda has to use the TP here most likely. Yes, he will. Loses a Huntress, but that's okay. He doesn't really want that anyways. Saves the rest of the units. This was well done. This was a cool little push. He gets a little bit more experience, getting closer to level 5 on the Panda, getting close to level 4 on the Demon, and buying a little bit of time. That was actually well done.
He can afford this now. The expansion is running, his production started. He was a little late compared to Infi's start. And yeah, he's forced the Scroll of Protection. That's also 150 gold gone. It is indeed very nice, but now it's 67 food for Infi versus 53. Though he has, or had, does he still have it? Yeah, 6 charges of Wand of Illusion. Can he trick Infi somehow into a belief that he has like 4 or 5 bears more than he actually has?
I don't think he's gonna believe it, but he still has to deal with them, because you can't focus fire. You have to put your army on A-click, so the illusions will automatically soak up a lot of damage. So, man, he has 9 charges of Wands of Illusion now. This could be a game changer. Of course, he doesn't have Adapt on the priests, at least I don't think. No, he doesn't. Isn't really worth it. You don't go for many priests in these early stages. He's pulling the shredders though for this attack. That is a lot of added damage.
Yeah, that's what we saw in the game against, was it Foggy or I think it was Foggy. Securing this spot is so great because you can always attack the expansion, you can always fall back into the shop and get more items, and this is something I've rarely seen human players do on this map, but it's working incredibly well if the fight goes on for long.
Alright, and here comes the first try to repel this attack. Where are all the illusions? They're parked in the middle, he's forgetting about them. That's a shame, they would certainly be very helpful, especially a flank or something to mess with the AI, to mess with the A-clicks. Panda still has full mana here. When's he gonna throw the Breath of Fire? There we go, no Drunken Haste though. Level 4 on the Demon Hunter, finally. But he's far away from the MK, but instead deciding to burn the Archmage. And I guess that's good enough. Also Wands of Illusion on Infi's Berserkers, so Illusions fighting against Illusions here currently. But it seems like the human army is just a little bit too big already.
Yeah, the Breath of Fire didn't hit that well. Panda Storm bolted again. Is there damage coming out? Not just yet. Illusions have been getting rid of. Fury Fire is doing good job here. Or the Fury Dragon Flare form. Mountain King kind of in trouble here. Invo Potion on the Demon Hunter. The Panda is trapped. Invo Potion on the Mountain King as well. Who's gonna die first? The Panda has nothing to save himself, but he's going in. Invo Potion is over. Level 5 on the Panda now. Can he get the kill? Invis. Oh, Breath of Fire. It's not enough.
Man, these heroes really keeping him alive. The Demon Hunter level 4, the Panda level 5, but now his army is basically gone. But also Infi has suffered a lot of losses. Doesn't really look like it from the numbers because he's still sitting at 74 supply, but all of the heal scrolls are gone. MK almost died. Heal scrolls are being repurchased though on the other side, on the other shop. Only 46 supply for Colorful. The heroes have to keep on doing this, but now with 3 mortar teams, this expansion is in trouble.
He definitely needs to get rid of them, and the Mountain King, that would be the dream. With 1 Breath of Fire, a quad kill on that, hallelujah. Heal scroll being used, and now things are a lot harder again. Stormbolt on the Demon Hunter to keep him away. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire, not hitting too much, but the Mountain King, that's his target here. Second heal scroll being used immediately. More teams still shooting at the Dryads, getting rid of him. The Panda is too slow without boots, and cannot chase the MK here. Expansion has been uprooted, and there's no income at the moment. He needed that wood shield to get rid of the attack.
I'm not sure he needed that. I think maybe he could have tried to keep it rooted, but of course that's risky. So I guess I can't blame him for that. But with this uproot, maybe Infi's satisfied with this attack, knowing how much this slows down his opponent in production. But man, the heroes for Colorful, they keep on carrying this, and they keep on gaining experience. Demon Hunter not too far away from level 5, and if he gets more pickoffs after this, we might be seeing some ultimates here in Amazonia.
Indeed. Earthstorm and Fire would be nice, Metamorphosis even better. 2 heal scrolls finally on Colorful, and he got the Boots of Quel'Thalas, didn't mention that yet, plus 11 damage, that's pretty damn nice. On the other side, almost level 5 Archmage as well. The Mountain King falls a bit off here compared to the other 3 heroes. Slow again on the Hippo, we'll get that kill. The Fury Dragons escape, and that's the most important thing. 1-1 upgrade on the Bears. What do we see on the Breakers? 2-2 already.
And also with this attack, there is not a single heal scroll against a level 5 Panda. That seems like he's asking for trouble. Again, Wands of Illusion being used on now so many Bears, man. They also have 1-1 upgrades, but 2-2 on the Spellbreakers at the same time. Of course, we have to take advantage for the Night Elf, as oftentimes is the case, but the human still with a little bit more supply to his name, but no heal scrolls, as I mentioned before.
That's true. Against the Panda, that's hard, but only if he can get rid of the Breakers first or get past the Breakers. Nice! Oh my god, the Fury Dragons. They are doing so much damage. The Bears come into play. Demon Hunter, though, in problems. Heal scroll being used. Can he be staffed out or something? He has to. Panda in a very safe spot, but that's a bad position for throwing Breath of Fire.
But he's still fairly... Oh, the bolt comes in again, but the Panda has a lot of HP more than 1,000. Next Breath of Fire kills a Sorceress. And now finally Infi is gonna go for some heal scrolls, but there's only one in the shop. The Bears are being kited. Now slow is on all of them. And seems like he's gonna be losing another one unless there is a staff ready in just a second. Not in time though.
It's a good game by Colorful, you gotta say that. 67 versus 72 food. He must get past the Breakers though if he wants to win this. 2-0 upgrades on the mortar teams as well. He's securing this position. What's the inventory for Colorful? I think it's completely empty. Yes, one heal scroll as he left. Heal scroll, protection scroll for Infi and the Invul potion. Whew, this is a lot closer than expected.
Yeah, I thought this game was over after the early.
Yep.
But he's coming back very well, and even though he still has a 10 supply disadvantage, I think he's in a good position. Panda close to level 6 actually,
The
and
main gold
still
mines
only
are...
one healed scroll.
Yes, the main gold mines are about to run dry, and then there's only one income for Infi. Still 11,000 left, and there's expansion. Here we go with another fight. Anti-magic potion on the Panda. Breath of fire. Not that great. Mostly hitting breakers here.
Alright, but the Bears, man, even though they have inferior upgrades, are strong enough. Of course, level 3, tier 3 units, I mean. The MK has a bit of mana left. Is he gonna be burned? Yes, he is. So this MK now totally useless. Well, for the most part, and he's in trouble. Has used the invul to survive. Does do so. And Infi being driven back again. This Breath of Fire hitting nicely, providing the level 6. We have the mana potion. Is he gonna decide to use it and use the ultimate? Because right now he doesn't have enough mana. But no, he doesn't seem to see the need here. And I think he's correct in deciding about this way.
5 mana potions left. He can wait for this. And yeah, level 5 on the Demon Hunter now as well. The ult is available. Earth, Storm, and Fire. He has shop control. There is another heal scroll and an Invu potion. Colorful, man. In the first qualifier, it was ZDR who got the upset over Infi. Maybe it's the Night Elf now. Drunken Haze, Breath of Fire. No mana for the ult at the moment, but you mentioned it. There is still the potion. If he feels the need to go for it, he can do that. The Bears are losing some HP, but... okay, there's no heal scroll for him.
He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it. There we go. Mana potion, storm, earth, and fire. Cyclone up on the Archmage, so he can't get away. And the Bears might be low, but they're chewing through the breakers. The mortar teams, however, in a good position. The Archmage at the same time is falling here as Infi is falling apart on Amazonia. The big upset is achieved as Colorful wins it 1-0.
Wow. What a game! Colorful hype? Maybe we underestimated him. It was a good defense here. Even though he had to uproot his expansion at one point, and his expo was super duper late. He made it happen. He made it work.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Something that Foggy, for example, was not capable of.
Yeah, I'm really surprised by this. The Shredders, in the end, maybe an overinvestment from Infi. I mean, they look good, but in the end, they do cost a lot of supply. They do take up a lot of supply in that push you want to go for. I think if he had been playing it a little bit more carefully, a little bit more slowly, with the tier 3 again, I think that could have worked well. But he felt the need to pressure earlier. He felt the need to go for the normal 70 supply push. But that Panda man with the greater mana potion was able to defend this. Very well done.
True. Next map is gonna be Echo Owls. We're waiting for it here in NetEase TV once again. And this is weird, man. This is so weird. Why is Infi... okay, it's only one game, so not that I cut that out. But it keeps happening. That Infi is losing to, on paper, way weaker players.
Yeah, I don't know, man. He is still not in that incredible, scary shape. But the next map is going to be his choice. Echo Isles. Yeah. Very easy to expand on, and if you have the timings down, you should also be able to cancel your opponent's counter expansion. If you cancel his expansion, that makes things very, very difficult. So this map should be pretty good for the human player. Has a lot of ideas here about what he wants to do early, because if the early works well, if he gets his macro on the road, he should be in a good position.
Okay. Yeah, IZ, I guess, was the best map for Colorful. I don't really know what's remaining. Of course, it's Echo Owls, but I don't know the third map. Do you have an idea for a chance?
Well, we saw Last Refuge already, so it might be Last Refuge. But usually the humans like this because of the small chokes everywhere. I'm not 100% sure about the map pool, honestly.
Updating read more a bit. Still no game in NetEase TV.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna be posting all of them there. We just,
Yeah.
have to wait for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's gonna be fine.
You know what sucks? Since
What?
it's getting brighter outside, I have to adjust my camera all the time. That's really annoying.
Well, you can close the shades.
Yeah, but then I don't see the beautiful Hamburg anymore.
What do you see outside your window, anyways? Don't
I
you
can.
just see another building?
It's a view. It's a nice view. I can show it. No, it's too bright. So damn, I cannot show it. I see some other buildings, but the sky, a church, stuff like that.
Oh, you're such a romantic, Neo. It's beautiful.
Sometimes I am.
The game seems to be up for me, at least. So, Echo Isles map number 2. We already saw one upset. Honestly, Colorful taking one map, in my opinion, is quite the upset already. Is he going to be able to follow in the footsteps of ZDR and win against Infi, the Emperor, in very unexpected fashion? Would be even more of a surprise here, I feel. But Infi, I guess, showed some weakness versus Night Elf, but losing to Moon, you cannot really call that a weakness, especially considering how Moon played.
Yeah.
But there's other matchups where Infi is way stronger, against Undead especially, I feel. But let's see. Still everything up for grabs.
This is Echo Isles, and I was kind of curious if he would be going for a Warden, but unfortunately he's not. Demon Hunter is his hero of choice. And, well, that opens up another opportunity for Immolation. I think it's not as easy as on Amazonia, but we all expect Infi, of course, to go for the expansion, and then Immolation is always a good choice, but since the expansion is a lot easier to creep, and it's a lot easier to defend it, I think it's a good chance that he'll go for the normal mana burn skill build.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I think Immolation is way worse here. The expansion is way further away than on Amazonia, so you're most likely going to be there later. And the peasants don't really have any trouble at all creeping that cap because it's super easy to take. So I think, yeah, Immolation not the strongest here. And by the way, we see a Mercam creep, and he might be getting stolen the priest. Yes, he is. And that's a lot of harassment possibility here for Infi right off the bat to make this creep more difficult. Is Colorful going to be able to finish it? Is he going to be able to get level 2? Because if he does not, that is very, very bad for him. He invested heavily into this creep camp with repair, with everything. But it seems like he is going to be able to finish this camp and find the Boots of Speed, one of the best items.
Has to be careful about his Engine of War, though. There is some regen because he ate a tree, but for how long is the question. Without the Engine of War, gonna be hard for him. But yeah, he did not finish this creep camp. He found the boots and went off immediately to harass. And he wants, of course, to interrupt the creeping of Infi. The creep is already done, but the expansion that is coming. No level 2 yet. He went for the expansion immediately.
Yeah, the instant expansion. This
Yeah.
is oftentimes very tough for the Archmage in the mid game because he's going to have such a hard time creeping, while he still has to defend at the same time. And as we said, Boots of Speed on the Demon Hunter, making him so strong right now. He already was able to find level 2 with a peasant kill here, and the Arcane Tower is going to be the first one to come up, but already 3 peasants have fallen, I believe, this game. So Infi taking quite a bit of damage early.
True that. He went for the mana burn skill build as we mentioned, but already killed exactly as much peasants as in game 1. Now the archer is finishing this creep spot, a little more experience on the DH. And he's getting closer and closer to level 3, also with this water elemental pickup, but deny.
Yeah, was nicely denied actually, and that's important, man. If this DH gets to level 3, he's gonna be the king on this map for a long time. I think the Archmage might actually need to get the boots. But of course the Demon Hunter not as scary as a Blade Master. Still though, nothing to underestimate at all either. Here comes the expansion, finally, but this is already a little late.
Well, he was
But I
late
guess
on map 1 and he made it work, so maybe that's his thing.
But there's the Berserker and the Archer making it across. Footmen see this, and this is what I was talking about. Now Infi has to defend all the time. When's he gonna have the time to get his level 3 Archmage?
Yeah.
He sells his town portal, he got the boots of speed, and a Dust of Appearance to, of course, get some archer kills if those opportunities should present themselves.
He has no merc
And yeah,
support, by the way, because he didn't creep his side of the map.
yeah, exactly.
So
And
he
now he
can't
gets burned, which is actually also a bit of a problem. He would have had a Water Elemental very soon, but not if he gets burned here, and he's going to be getting burned again. But I guess he keeps the Demon Hunter away from his expansion, so he's fine with this as
Yeah,
well.
I think so too. And he's gonna scout the Expo now, but of course, thanks to the 2 burns, no harassment potential here for Infi, and the expansion will go unpunished. And the tech is done as well. Hunter's Hall a little late, but I think he was busy microing, so that's alright for now. No tech for Infi just yet.
I think this early game is pretty much perfect for Colorful,
Yeah.
man. He took a little bit of damage there with the Wisps, delayed his Ancient of War creep, but it still worked out in the end, and now the Archmage on the other side of the map, still barely level 2, and the Panda and Mercenaries and an Archer are at the expansion where there's only an Arcane Tower. Yeah, I guess you're gonna burn mana from the Panda, but who cares if you get the Peasant kills, and the Demon Hunter is coming down here as well.
Oh boy, this might hurt. Where's the breath? We don't see it yet. The footmen are coming in. Maybe he prioritized getting rid of the footman first, but Demon Hunter still chasing the Archmage around. And yeah, this is level 1 water elementals become weaker and weaker by the minute. Of course, as long as no Dryads are there, they're still okay. But when there's Dispel, good luck defending your expansion with only level 1.
Now he's in this position, do I keep on pressuring or do I go to creep? And he goes back to creep his expansion to have his own second source of income. But Militia was demanded for this defense. So, you know, that's more lumber not being harvested. So still no tier 2 tech. Now it comes.
Only now.
Now tier 2 started. That is way later than on Amazonia.
Yeah, and tier 3 are not started yet for Colorful. Only 1 Ancient of Lore. He's kind of off with his macro, at least to a degree. But he will get the expansion up, he will get the item here, he will creep the Panda to level 2, Demon Hunter keeping tabs on the rest. Still only the boots in his inventory, no shop control just yet. And yeah, that will come into play, by the way. There's only 1 shop here at Echo Isles, so scrolls and invols, you know the deal. Plus 9 for the Archmage, and he's getting level 3, finally.
And also we have to remember about Echo Eyes, there's no Goblin Lab, so harassing with the Zeppelin out of the question. Catching up in lumber with the Shredder also out of the question. So this makes this harassment and economy game for Infi way harder already, and the expansion is now rooting itself. Come on, bro, you wanna do it? Forgetting about it right here. The Panda is going on the aggressive. I don't like this move. I think he should just be creeping up the Panda. I guess he's slowing down the Archmage, but the Archmage is level 3 already. Why would he need to slow him down? I think this is a strategical error here by Colorful going on the aggressive, because there's no real push incoming. I guess maybe he was fearing a tier 1 commitment, but he's seeing the tech right now. There is tier 2 on the way. Alright, I guess he keeps Infi busy, but I think he could be making better use of his time.
I agree. Finally, he enrooted him, and the entangle of the gold mine is working. Tier 3 is halfway through. More Dryads are coming. A lot of Dryads, actually. He's going with 4, at least, and then start Bears. Both players on par in supply. But he needs level 3 on the Panda. We saw how beautifully that worked in game number 1 on Amazonia. Can he make it happen twice? He needs some time now.
And he should honestly have the time. Tier 2 is not completed. There's not mass lumber, so he's gonna need some time for the second hero, for the workshop, for the double arcane sanctums. So level 3 should be possible, but he also wants it for the Demon Hunter as well, of course. Creeping several spots at once right now. The Merchant in the middle, and the Murlocs with the Ancient of War. And the Shadow Priest, that's pretty cool, I guess. And is he gonna try to go for the items already? Yes, he got the Heal Scroll and the Invul already. Again, this is a disadvantage on Echo Isles. And look at the pressure Infi is trying to put out with the Naga already. Boots of speed on her, but she's being slowed. She's taking a lot of damage, has to use the the staff to just barely get out.
On the other side, the creep did not work that well against the Murlocs. Didn't kill it, and now he has to be careful about his Ancient of War. Tome of Experience would be the dream, obviously. Level 3 Demon Hunter afterwards. The Panda would benefit a lot from this as well. You mentioned it, Double Arcane Sanctum and the Workshop. But yeah, sometimes in dicey situations, Infi comes back with a lot of workshop play, with gyrocopters, with tanks. On Echo Isles though, it's not ideal to play tanks because both players have only one expansion.
Yeah, and again, he's low on lumber because he doesn't have a shredder. He's still going for the workshop though. Sometimes the humans, when they don't have enough lumber, they skip out on the workshop. He's going for it. But it's really late, man. It is so late.
Naga's coming in. Panda not level 3. Very, very close though. And there's no Stormbolt, so disabling the Panda is becoming a lot harder for Infi.
Yeah, and if it wasn't hard enough, he found a greater invul as well. So whichever hero he chooses is gonna be running rampant for a limited amount of time, for those 15 seconds.
Infi is taking a look at the shop, exactly. Only got a Scroll of Protection, the rest is out of stock.
And again, shop control. Crucial on Echo Isles.
Yep.
And I think Infi is caught in a horrible position this game. I think he has to find some time to build up towers on the bottom side of the map to create that reinforced position and bait his opponent into that position. I think he cannot, absolutely not win a straight up fight.
Tome of Experience though for the Naga. She's becoming stronger very, very fast. Trying to get some hits on the Archmage, burning over and over. I like that. He's doing a good job keeping tabs on the heroes and always keep them, or try to get them dry. So a lot of clarities has to be used. Upgrades for Infi. A lot of upgrades actually. Priest Adapt, Sork Adapt, Flare for the mortar teams.
Priest Adapt is an especially interesting one. That kind of could mean that he's not going to be going for the 70 supply push, and I think that's not a valid strategy. I don't think you can go for this push where usually you're supposed to be up like 10, maybe even 15 supply. But this is not the case this time. The Expo for the Night Elf was way too easy. The time for the Panda was way too easy. Everything is so late for Infi this game. How can he still hope to win this? I think it has to be towers in the bottom of the map. Put up like 10 there and slowly crawl your way forward with mortar teams. And hopefully your opponent becomes impatient and walks into them.
We have to be careful about the Naga though. There's 2 claws plus 9. The Naga is already one of the best damage dealers in the game. He did not swap the claws from the Archmage to the Naga, so I don't really know why. But that's a bit of wasted potential here in my opinion. Still lots of...
The thing about the Naga is she does so much damage because of the cold arrow, but of course the plus attack scales best with high attack speed, and I think in attack speed department they are both fairly similar. I'm not so sure, but it's not like there's a big attack speed difference. He's going for the Merc Camp right now, so he is getting mercenaries, so maybe he is gonna go for a dedicated push right here, but he's only at 63, man. And the Night Elf Colorful on the other side, 72 already. Soon to be, well, level 4 for his heroes is still far away, but he's comfortably sitting at 3 on both of them. And triple heal scrolls, double invul.
Yep. That is really, that's a really, really good inventory for Colorful. Can he make it work again? That would be so amazing.
I think he is gonna make it work again. As long as he does not give Infi the chance to put up lots of towers, and as long as he doesn't forget to keep on upgrading his units, which he's not forgetting at the moment, I think he's playing this pretty damn well. Honestly, map number 1, there were quite a few mistakes from him, but I think now he's playing this really strongly. And I'm very surprised. I thought, alright, this was gonna be clean 2-0, easy peasy, but now... it definitely looks like a 2-0 for the Night Elf. High upkeep now, though, for Infi. He is all-inning by the looks of it.
We are... yeah, that's right. He's losing a lot of gold being in upkeep. And you see the pressure that Infi feels right now with getting the Naga. And now, as well, a Rifleman. He knows, okay, I need everything that I can get to survive this. And the longer the game goes, now the better it is for Colorful. Here comes the first big fight. Venom Brewmaster a little out of position. He used again the Wand of Illusion to trick Infi. Scroll Protection being used. Are there Dispels coming? Yes, they are. Breath of Fire nicely into the Rifleman. Oh god, they will all die.
And then one of the mortar teams will possibly fall as well. There's only 2 mortar teams in this army, so the Dryads are surviving for quite a while. And still so many footmen in this army, which are of course very weak in this stage of the game. I think you could even go for Roar. There's not enough Spellbreakers here to dispel all of the Roar. Invul used on the Demon Hunter now, and Infi has to jump ship. He has to abandon this attack. He TPs out with heavy losses on his side. 67 supply only remaining for him. Remember, he was in high upkeep, up at like 90 supply. And Colorful easily held. And to make things even worse, there are Chimeras coming soon.
Oh, really? Chimera Roost in the base. That is so nice. I think a lot of the time the Night Elves struggle to find a way to get rid of the mortar teams. And you saw that the shots got rid of the Dryads very, very quickly. So having Chimeras is not only great to deal with them, they're also great to deal with casters, and they do amazing damage versus heroes. So it takes some time, and it costs a lot, but I think it's definitely worth it. There are a few riflemen, of course, there are water elementals, but will it be enough? That is the question. Level 4 and 3 on the human heroes, and now he's trying to crawl forward here. Occupying the shop, getting the heal scrolls, the invo potions, and the protection scrolls. But Colorful will not allow this.
Yeah, Infi's praying for like 2 minutes to fortify this position, but he's not being given the time. Bears come in, Dryads, the Panda, and the Demon Hunter, of course. The Chim, however, not yet there. It's just approaching from the main right now. Roar being used, Roar being stolen, but not everything. Not that many breakers on the battlefield, and they are being killed by the Bears easily here. The 2, no, actually soon to be the 3-1 upgrades for the Night Elf are so strong. Towers are gone. He's fighting forward, but the heroes are starting to drop low for Colorful. Might have to start being careful here, but he is driving Infi back easily.
And the Chim arrives as well. Magic damage boost for the Night Elf army. You see it here, and he taps out, seeing the Chim, and Colorful 2-0 versus Infi. Wow. What the F?
What is going on?
Yeah.
WCA qualifiers are really the tournaments of the big upsets. Last time it was ZDR defeating Infi 2-0, and then ZDR going on to have a great performance throughout the entire tournament. Today ZDR first match very, very disappointing, but Colorful, man, especially map number 2, playing very well.
Yeah, and that is really bad for Infi. He has to play TH, and if that's a human mirror, that's basically 50-50. Maybe a slight advantage for Infi here, and then he has to play ZDR. He looked weak today, but in general, he is an absolute beast versus humans, so I can definitely see Infi losing again to ZDR, like in Qualifier number 1, if he steps up his game, obviously.
Might we possibly not see Infi at WCA main event? That would be crazy.
That would be really crazy. But yeah, there's a chance. There's a big chance.
Alright, so already 2 big upsets coming out of the first 2 games, man. I like how this is starting, honestly. And we have 2 more games coming up after this, everybody. We have Romantic versus Fly. If the trend continues, is Romantic actually going to defeat Fly? This would be the craziest of all of the upsets so far. Is this actually our next game, or am I going in the wrong order? No, it should be the next one, right?
That is absolutely correct. Readmore says it's at 12, but I don't think that's correct. I got a big PDF file with all the schedules, so it's supposed to start right after this game, and that is in about 8 minutes. So take a quick break, everybody. Get a second breakfast, and we'll be right back here. WCA qualifier number 2, day number 1, day of upsets, question mark. We're gonna see about that.